And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. Stephen Murray has joined us now. He, as you know, is the mayor of the city of Beaufort, and he's in a very actual special location. It's at the Cyber Summit, but he's skipped over to Nevermore Books.
Nevermore Books, my favorite bookseller in Beaufort, right in the heart of downtown Beaufort. They've got something for everyone. So I'm borrowing their Wi-Fi today. We're in the middle of day 2 of the South Coast Cyber Center's second annual Cyber Summit. So good to see you, Robyn, and hello to all your viewers at WHHI.
It's good to see you too. So how is the summit going?
Summit is going great. Well, we started yesterday morning bright and early. So again, we're now into day 2, but we've had experts in cybersecurity in a host of different industries, from maritime, cyber forensics, folks from Notre Dame, military cyber. We had the general that runs Army Cyber Command here. So a whole host of nationally recognized experts in the field, in addition to a pile of local folks that are in the cyberspace.
So, Stephen, any tidbits or ideas you have about for the city? I mean, is anything you're learning that you can perhaps use?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it reinforces that there's a tremendous need for folks in cybersecurity and that talent. The average wage is about $70,000 a year. There's somewhere over 500,000 job openings across the nation for cybersecurity that we simply can't fill.
Wow.
So it's an in-demand career sector with a great wage, which we're trying to attract those types of jobs to the region to allow people like me who have to work for a living in order to live here to be able to really thrive and afford this cost of living that continues to increase. But also some strategies in how in our organizations at the city or in our private businesses, how we might make our own cybersecurity a little more resilient and robust and protect ourselves from increasing vulnerabilities.
Excellent. All right, now you were telling me earlier that tonight starts some meetings for the Business Development Code. You want to share with our viewers what does that entail?
So in 2018, the city moved our zoning and codes from what we call the Euclidean zoning, which really kind of separated everything by use, to what's called the form-based code. Again, we passed that in 18. We found that there are some challenges with that. It's not informing maybe the right kind of development that we'd like to see. So with our new planning director on board and our new city manager on board, we have dedicated the third week of every month, third Tuesday of every month, starting at 5 o'clock in City Hall. It'll also be live streamed on the City of Beaufort Facebook page, so encourage folks to tune in there if they can't physically make it down to City Hall. But we're going to dedicate that work session to doing nothing but going through code issues starting this month. And then subsequent months, we're going to take it chapter by chapter, polishing up the code to make sure that, again, projects as they come out of the ground are in the spirit of what I think most Beaufortonians want to see for new development that's authentic and that's appropriate and that's at the scale that we'd like to see moving towards the future.
So as you're explaining that, I'm thinking this is a very, very important strategy or program that you're working on. And these meetings, I think, would be very interesting.
Well, it is very important. I think, there's maybe a bit of a disconnect between how citizens think a community develops and how it actually develops. Private property rights are foundational to America. And so zoning and then the development code are what sort of inform those private property rights and how owners can improve their properties. So it's really important that we get those details right. The Beaufort Code is well over 300 pages, so it's a pretty complicated document. So we're not going to do it quickly, but we are going to be diligent. We are going to be thoughtful. We do want stakeholders to be involved to share their perspective. So again, encourage folks to come to the work session tonight so that we can start getting in the habit of looking at that development code.
And then that's going to be on the third Tuesday of every month, right, Stephen?
Third Tuesday of every month at 5 p.m.
Perfect. All right. We only have just a few seconds. You want to say anything about the Techstars weekend startup?
Techstars Startup Weekend, hosted by the Beaufort Digital Corridor, kicks off Friday night. You go to BeaufortDigital.com. This is our second annual Techstars Startup Weekend. So if you've ever had a crazy idea about being in a tech startup, about being entrepreneurial, you've got a great idea, no tech background necessary, just a positive attitude, a willingness to learn and be a part of a team. We feed you all weekend. You're going to be surrounded by really cool mentors and folks in the tech space, both locally and regionally. So again, BeaufortDigital.com. All are welcome. Hope to see you at the South Coast Cyber Center.
Thank you, Stephen. Always a great update. Have a great rest of your day at the summit. Thank you so much.
All right, Robyn. And come see the folks at Nevermore Books.
Okay, for sure. Bye.
Bye.
Stay tuned for Heather Rath with updates from Hilton Head Island. Stay tuned.